The iPhone 18 Pro might finally fix one of the biggest complaints people have had for years: battery life. And if these leaks are accurate, Apple is about to make a much bigger jump than anyone expected. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. Because for the first time ever, the Pro Max model could cross the 5,000 milliamp hour mark. That's not just a small upgrade, that's a shift in how Apple approaches power. And that matters more than almost any camera upgrade or design tweak. Battery life is the one thing you notice every single day. It decides whether your phone feels reliable or frustrating. So if Apple is seriously pushing battery capacity this far, it's not just about numbers, it's about changing the real-world experience of using an iPhone. Let's break down what's actually being rumored. Starting with the iPhone 18 Pro Max, leaks suggest a battery somewhere between 5,100 and 5,200 milliamp hours. If that turns out to be true, this would be the largest battery ever in an iPhone, by a noticeable margin. For context, Apple has always been more conservative with battery size compared to Android competitors. Instead, they've relied heavily on software optimization in efficient chips. But now, it looks like they're doing both. The regular iPhone 18 Pro is also expected to get a bump, landing somewhere between 4,100 and 4,250 milliamp hours. That's not as dramatic, but still a meaningful increase compared to previous models. But here's the key point. Battery life isn't just about capacity anymore. The iPhone 18 Pro lineup is expected to run on the new A20 Pro chip, built on a 2-nanometer process. That's a big deal, because smaller manufacturing processes usually mean better efficiency. And according to leaks, this chip could be around 30% more efficient than before. So when you combine a larger battery with a significantly more efficient processor, the results can stack up fast. That's why some early expectations are pointing towards something we don't usually associate with iPhones: 2-day battery life, especially on the Pro Max. Now that's still optimistic, and it depends heavily on usage, but even getting close to that would be a major upgrade over current models. Interestingly, Apple is still expected to avoid silicon-carbon battery tech, which some Android brands are starting to explore. So this improvement is likely coming from traditional battery design, just scaled up and paired with better efficiency. Now let's talk about charging, because this is where Apple has always played it safe. But that might be slowly changing. The iPhone 18 Pro lineup is rumored to support wired charging speeds of up to 45 watts. That's not groundbreaking compared to some Android phones pushing 100 watts or more, but for Apple, it's a noticeable step forward. Right now, recent iPhones hover around the 40-watt range in real-world usage, even if Apple doesn't officially advertise it. So this could mean slightly faster top-ups, not a dramatic leap, but enough to make a difference in daily use. With the right adapter, the expectation is that you could hit around 50% charge in roughly 20 minutes, maybe even a bit faster if Apple tweens things. Wireless charging isn't going anywhere either. MagSafe is expected to stay, along with Key 2 support, likely delivering speeds around 25 watts. That's already decent for wireless charging, and there's a chance Apple could improve it further, but nothing major is leaked yet. One feature that's still uncertain is reverse wireless charging. This is something Android phones have had for years, letting you charge earbuds or another phone by placing them on the back. For iPhones, though, it's still missing. And based on current leaks, the iPhone 18 Pro probably won't change that. There's no strong evidence suggesting Apple is finally adding it, even though technically it should be possible, especially with a larger battery. Wired reverse charging, however, is likely to remain an option, just like before. As for charging ports, nothing surprising here. Apple is sticking with USB-C, continuing the shift that started with the iPhone 15, so your existing USB cables will still work just fine. But as always, if you want the fastest charging speeds, you'll need a higher-powered adapter, and of course, Apple is still not including chargers in the box. So when you step back and look at all of this together, the iPhone 18 Pro lineup doesn't seem like it's chasing flashy numbers. Instead, it looks like Apple is focusing on something more practical, making the phone last longer, in charge a bit faster, without completely changing their philosophy. And honestly, that might be exactly what users want. Because at this point, most flagship phones are already powerful enough, cameras are already great. Battery life, though, that's still the daily pain point. So if Apple really delivers a larger battery, a more efficient chip, and slightly faster charging, the iPhone 18 Pro might not feel revolutionary on paper, but in everyday use, it could be one of the most noticeable upgrades in years. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.